Hello, another shooting. We have a shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Broward County Sheriff's Office got the call about the shooting at the school. There's a problem with police protocol. Broward County Sheriff's deputies were found to have been cowering behind cars, trees, with the Parkland shooter that they believe was still in the school. Report says that Broward County Sheriff's Department office wants to clarify misinformation on Parkland massacre developments. Also, deputies were among the first to arrive to the scene of the Florida school massacre. They were found cowering behind their cars. They were hiding behind trees, and they had no idea where the gunman was. Um, what's going on is that it's a big investigation going on, stating that the cops were cowering behind cars and trees. You know, they were afraid to go into the school. The judge ordered a release of the additional response video. You know how you contact the officers to have them come out. There's a big, shooting or massacre going on. They have a response video, which would show exactly what happened once the officers got to the scene. Now, the shooter, his name is Nicholas Cruz. I'm not sure what they're going to do with him. Basically, the complaint is about the police officers' actions. So where they have a judge that's going to order the release of additional the additional response video. It sounds like this article is basically based on police officers' conduct, but we won't get away for what's really wrong. What's really wrong is that we have a lot of children coming into schools and they're shooting everybody up in the school. Now, the shooter, Nicholas Cruz, he killed 17 people. Okay? So we want to make sure, that we pay attention to our children, ask them about bullying, talk to them, find out ways that, you can get information from your child. Are you being bullied? Is someone pulling your hair? Is someone kicking you, hitting you, giving you bodily harm? You have to talk to the kids. So that's it for this story. Hopefully, the police officers can explain their cowering. Okay, back to Nashville. I did a news story about Nashville. A judge, actually in Nashville, you guys remember the waffle shooting? That's what we're talking about right now. A judge, they were going to give him no bond. The judge decided to give him a $2 million bond that has been set for the Waffle House shooter suspect. His name is Travis Ryking. He's 29 years old. Prosecutors confirmed to CBS affiliates that WTVF, the move came after the community had an outcry over the bond. So they set the bond for $2 million. Monday, for the suspect who was accused of killing 4 people, wounding 4 others in the shooting rampage at the Nashville Waffle House restaurant. Yes, he was captured and he was taken into custody without incident. Let's see. He was found in the woods. He was found in a wooded area, not too far from his own apartment complex. He's on a $2 million bond. Additional charges may be considered according to WTVF reports. There's no motive. The motive why he did it is very unclear. It has not surfaced what was going on Why did he decide to do that? Um, okay. Hi, Stevie Blast. I'm calling to let you guys know that we have a lot of school shootings, and maybe we can find some kind of way to, talk to the children about what's going on in school. What has transpired. Are you being beat? Are you being bullied? Is someone assaulting you? Are you being stalked, harassed? So you have to talk to your kids about that. It's very important because it's very sad to have the kids, have to be scared in school to see if one of the students may get upset and decide to come in and actually, shoot everyone in the school, which is very, very, very sad. I'm glad that they caught the Waffle House killer. He killed four people. He wounded four others. He is in custody at this time, and I think that's great. So we can keep, his gun off the streets. Did you want guns off the streets? Well, that's good. You got a shooter off the streets, okay? All right. On a light note, it was nice to see you all. This is DEDEBLASS, the Black Madonna. I'm just coming in to do a little news. I have something that I would like to talk with you guys about, if you don't mind. This is involving ladies, but I think men should hear it so they don't become like what I'm getting ready to speak to you guys about. Okay. I know you guys have heard the word stalking. I know you heard the word harassment. I know you heard the word intimidating. Okay, here we go. DeDeBlass and her children moved to a different complex a couple of months back, a little over a year now. And when I moved in here, there was a man who asked, can he help us move? And I told him no, because we had enough help, we had enough people, so we didn't need him. So we're all moved in. We got our stuff, all around. We have to put things away. You know how it is to move, guys. It's really tedious. Okay, but we get it done. Um, um, in the beginning, I explained to this man that, excuse me, I was telling you my personal business. I'm celibate 7 years now. And I've been divorced for about 4 years now. So basically, DeDeBlass is not looking for a date right now. I'm not saying that I'm not going to date ever again, but at this time, I'm not interested in dating. And I explained that. I advised the guy the same thing that I'm telling you. He walked in my house without my permission. I went over to see his mother. She's an older lady. I think she's in her 80s, and I love older ladies. That they're my bestest of friends. I love talking to the older ladies who's been through it already. Um, I like talking, with women who can be a library to me, where you can learn something in the process. Okay, so I try to make friendship with the lady. She's in her 80s, and go to the store for her, and do nice things. Maybe sit out on the porch and talk. That kind of thing. I like doing that with the older ladies because they have a lot of wisdom. Um, okay, here we are. This lady has a son. Okay, and he knocked at my door 1,000 times a day, annoying me. I don't like people to knock at my door a whole lot. And you're not welcome to my house a whole lot. That's just me. I pay attention, to having people in my home. I don't have people in my home. They have to be invited. Okay, so he walked in the door, so I'm playing a brain game. I like to play brain games to keep your brain good. Um, he walked in, I was playing a game. Well, what are you doing? You playing that game. You separating us. Why are you separating us? How you gonna be playing that game? I like my attention. You gonna have to give me my attention. Okay. Okay. So I kicked him out. Please don't walk in my house without my permission. Okay. Next couple of days, go down the line. Now he's knocking at the other door. And this time he's knocking at the door to ask me if I want to go to the movies. And I said to him, I says, I told you when I first met you that I was happily divorced and that I was not interested in a relationship at this point. But I would gladly be your friend. Do you understand? I would gladly be your friend. He got upset. So what he does little things, to harass. I took a shower, and I know he heard me taking a shower. So I came downstairs. This is like 1 o'clock in the morning. I took a shower. The kids were asleep, so I'm down here butt naked, minding my business. Okay, so all of a sudden, I don't know what, something told me to turn over and look at my window. Well, I looked over and I could see his silhouette looking in my window, looking at me naked. Okay, this is 1 a.m. So I get dressed. I'm like, oh my God, he's scared the shit out of me. So I opened the door just a little bit. Just, what is it that you want? What is it? I just saw you at 8 o'clock, and I told you I'll be your friend, but please don't knock on my door every day. So he's shaking and shit. I gotta talk to you, and I got a lot of things on my mind that I want to share with you at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so this fruit order came for me. Some fruit, chocolate fruits. They had the chocolate covered fruits. So it was from him. So the note said, "Forever love, always loving you, Jeffrey." His name is Jeffrey. Okay. I try to be nice, and I try not to, go back into who I used to be. I'm trying to do different things now. Okay, so I was eating the fruits. Can you believe it? He walked in my house again. And do y'all know what? This guy grabbed me, pulled me close. Well, you know how much them chocolates cost, don't you? And hump, hump, hump. Can y'all believe that shit? Y'all know I choked him out of my door. My daddy showed me how to choke a nigga. So I choked him right out of my door. And I asked him, please don't knock on my door. Don't come back. Okay. So since then, since I told him not to come back, I saw some trash on his porch. I went out I had a business appointment, so I had to go take care of that. I come back, the same trash that was on his porch is in my yard now on my porch. Okay. And then like we have stairs, so we share stairs. So it is normal to hear someone going up the stairs and coming down the stairs. Okay. So um, when he goes up or down the stairs, he hits the stairs with something to wake us up. He's harassing me. Every time I go out the front door, he's he's quick, quick, quick. He's coming out the front door. If I go out the back door, sit on the porch maybe and have a cup of coffee, here he comes. So he had a nerve, y'all, after this to ask me to go to the movies. What part of no dating? I am not interested in you at all. He's not my type, y'all. He's not my type at all, y'all. And I'm not looking for anybody. I'm not looking for a son. I got one. I gotta stay on him. When I get a dude, I'm not checking no phone. I'm not checking no Facebook. This isn't a prison, nigga. If you want to leave, go ahead and go. But I've heard this all before. Okay. So I called the police department, and they were nonchalant. They were no help. They were very rude. They know me very well. So I ended up speaking to one of the receptionists there, and she gave me advice on how I should try to handle this situation with this man, because my initial response to this man, would be to f him up, you know. But you gotta do things differently, as you go on in life. You can't do things the same way that you always have, because if you do, you'll get stuck. You have to, you gotta be with change. And so I've changed. I've had a great deal going on. I came over it. I feel good about it. I just feel like I should be free in my house. I shouldn't have to hear banging. I shouldn't have to be woken up out of my sleep. My son, he's a very nice young man. He's not a criminal. He doesn't, have guns and drugs and gun clapping and all that. He graduated from high school. He's a hard worker. He works really hard. And so he wakes him up out of his sleep. So, to make a long story long, I have to share this with y'all. To make a long story long, sorry about moving the phone around. I hope you guys aren't dizzy. Um, um, so anyway, like I said, to make a story. Well, anyway, I went to court today. A couple of days ago, I went down and filed a stalking and harassing restraining order. And so I filled the paperwork out, and we had to wait for the judge, to see if it would be approved, to even be sent into court, to be heard. So I poured everything out about him. What This guy walked up to me, and he said, "Dee," he said, "I want to tell you something. Come here." So I came, and the guy told me, he said, "You got a brother?" I says, "Well, yeah, I have a brother. He just got out of jail 15 years for murder for hire." He says, "Well, you need to go and get your brother, and you need to have your brother around you a lot." And I said, "Why? Do you know what? This guy that stalked me, do you know that he raped his 12-year-old niece, his sister's daughter? And you know what else, too? He has a daughter of his own. She was only 7 years old. He raped her. Oh, yeah." So people have been telling me these things, and he's been, going around telling people lies about me. I don't know anybody here, y'all. I'm new. We just moved here. We haven't been here long, so a little over a year, maybe a year and 6 months, possibly coming up. The summertime's coming up. Well, anyway, I went to the courthouse and I put the restraining order in. I need a perm. I put the restraining order in, and so like I said, we had to wait, to see what the judge would say. And so now the court called me and they said, "Hey, you have a hearing tomorrow," which was today. And do you know that son of a bitch went in my mailbox and took the letter out so I wouldn't have the court date? And do you know we went to court today? And there were 8 people. Y'all, I was so like, listen, it was 8 people in front of me. It was 8 people in front of me. Each and every case was about stalking and harassing. So each and every 8 case, the judge slammed her thing down and said, "Sorry, you didn't prove your burden of proof of stalking and harassing." So I'm like, "Wow, she's got to believe me, really." So she called me in my case. I went up. I'm always my own attorney, unless, something else serious happened. I need a real attorney. But that's all old now. We don't do that anymore. Okay, so we get to court, and I explain to the judge, all the things that he's been doing, what he's been doing, and intimidating me. Like we get out the cab from grocery shopping, he'll come out, he'll just stand there like, you know, like he got a problem, like he want to hit me or something, like he want to do me bodily harm because I don't want him. I don't want to talk to him. This is a free damn country, isn't it, y'all? Okay. So anyway, after I gave my testimony, the judge slammed her little thing down and she says, "Congratulations, you have proved your burden of yourself being stalked and yourself being harassed." So the sheriff came today to deliver to him. He's not to come within 100 feet of me. He's not to talk to me. He's not to say hello. My daughter, she was 15 at the time, and like how you older men, older guys see a cute little girl, like, "Oh, hey there, young lady, how are you?" In respect. But he wasn't saying hello to my daughter out of respect. You get me? He's like, "Hello." So my daughter came in. She was so pissed off. She told me, "Mom, every time I come, he speaks to me, and I don't want to speak to him. Every time I come, hello, he's always speaking, and we don't want to talk to him." So I explained that as well with the judge, and the case was accepted. The sheriff department, they did shared, gave him his paperwork. He's not to become within 100 feet of me. He's not to say hello to me. If we are in 100 feet, he has to go the other way. He is not to knock on my door. He is not to do anything when it comes to me. And if he does, if she told me if he blows a kiss or you let me know, call the police. Okay, so now I really don't deal with the police too much. And I have my reasons, and I think most people really do have their reasons. Okay, but what it is that the cops were nonchalant. I called them. They were nonchalant about the whole thing. They were, oh well, it's your fault and this and that, and they just didn't get it. So, sometimes you have to do things on your own. You can't depend on people. So anyway, the message in this video is I tell my son all the time, even when he was a young man, if a young lady decides that she doesn't want to go out with you anymore, take it like a man, right? And move on. Maybe she'll stop being mad. Maybe she'll change her mind. You never know. So I did teach my son that. So a lot of you guys out there, you like to touch women. You like to just walk up to a girl and just grab her ass. Just walk up to a girl and you just squeeze her tits because that's the kind of shit you used to. That's the kind of stuff that the little girls, these girls is growing up now and letting these guys do these things to them. They're excuse me a language, but they're fucking with no title. Esquije, esquije, fucking with no title. You're not the girlfriend, you're not the side chick, you're just a piece of ass. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. That you can go to jail for stalking. You can go to jail for harassing someone. It is against the law. It's a very bad thing, I think, for people to do. Now they have women stalkers too. So guys, don't feel bad that I'm talking about the guy right now. We have female stalkers too. Yes, we do. And I just want to say that that's a bad thing to stalk somebody. It's a bad thing to do that because I write music. I have a lot of responsibilities with my children. My daughter's in school, 85,000 scholarship, and she's taking law like I did. I took law as well. So it's just a beautiful thing to raise my children up from children to young adults. So the last thing I need to do is to commit a crime, get into a fight, or that chicken head shit. I'm not into it, but just don't walk up on me and don't get me homesick. But otherwise, okay. Well, I'm going to try to figure out what I want to do exactly with this channel. I wanted to see if I can, get topics, lady topics, good girl, bad girl, whole girl, good girl, decent girl, conversations about relationships, about, anything, that you guys could probably want to hear, even teenage things, because we all have young children, teenagers, and they're coming into adults. So they have issues too that we can, talk about it. We can talk about bullying. We can talk about a lot of different things. I see a lot coming with this channel. So this is my second show. I like doing it. I like, you'll find out that I like to share. So that's gonna be a part of things too. Me liking to share. So just give me a few, and we're gonna get this channel going. This is gonna be a great channel. It's gonna be a positive channel. That's the way I'd like to try to keep it. Okay. If there's anything that you guys can think of when you subscribe, maybe you could put a comment down and you can give me, maybe issues that you guys would like to talk about. Because I would love to do it. We can go live and we can chat. I love to chat. People chat with people that I know. But I know you guys, right? Because you're going to subscribe, right? All right. If you hit the bell, you'll get to see me each time I'm on if you hit the bell. I'm going to be going live, but not right now. In a little while, I want to try to figure this channel out. I wanted to make it a positive channel. So all the YouTubers out there, watch out because DEDEBLASS is on the way. I know. Hopefully we all can join hands and try to, do things together, each channel. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's going to end it for me tonight. It was nice talking with you guys. We got a lot to do. Oh, yeah. And I'm not asking y'all for no money. If Dee Blast end up asking you for money, then things must be extremo tight. Um, I got this channel and things that need to be done for this channel. I'm very capable of doing it. I don't need your money. I just need your subscriptions and your comments. We can get some things going, talk, Um, um, Before I go, I wanted to know, I want to know, um, would you guys mind doing a show on relationships? If you would like to do a show on relationships, please subscribe and leave a comment down. And then we'll, try to see, where we want to go in our conversations. And I'll bring you news daily. That's every day. I hope you guys look forward to seeing Dee Blast. Um, I'm going to, at some point, play a couple of cuts, a couple of songs from my album. My album is complete, by the way. I'm working on my second album as we speak. Can't hold me down. Niggas with they dick in their hand. Excuse my language, but they won't do anything for you unless you're gonna be a whore. You ain't gonna make me feel bad for not being a whore. You know what I mean? They're expecting girls to have 2 ounces or 240 ounces of OE, a bag of weed, some Mickey D's, and you in there. That's not me. So, continue on with those easy girls, LOVE, loose, legs open, very easy. That's what love means to me right now. All right. Okay. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna have some dinner. I'm gonna be eating a little late tonight. I had some errands and I had to go to court today. So the sheriff served him his papers, and the restraining order it lasts for a year. He's not just do anything, say anything to me whatsoever. And I appreciate that very much. So now I can relax in my home and I don't have to worry about somebody coming in here raping me. You know what I mean? Stalking me. I can't believe I'm being stalked. Ridiculous, huh? All right. TD Blast, SoundCloud. I'm out of here. Bye, guys. Thank you for listening. Second video, so give me time. It's the second video.